Britney Spears says that she is feeling blessed after a judge ruled that the pop star can choose her own legal representation as she fights to end the 13-year-long conservatorship held by her father and another attorney in court. Let's bring in the attorney who previously represented Spears at the outset of this conservatorship, Adam Streisand. Adam, thank you very much for being here with us. So a new attorney has now been appointed. She's literally doing cartwheels on Instagram over this. She's very happy. What do you make of the decision that we saw yesterday?
Well, it's about time. The last 13 years with her court-appointed counsel has been clearly a disaster. Over the past 13 years, there have been closed proceedings, and I've been very cautious to say, look, we don't know. But there's always been a disconnect because somehow she's been able to function by performing on stage every night at a Vegas show or on tour, co-hosting a television show, and that doesn't really square with what it means to be in a conservatorship. And you will recall that only 8 months ago, the judge asked her lawyer, what does Britney think about this conservatorship? How does she feel about it? And her own lawyer said she's like a comatose patient who can't even sign a piece of paper saying what she wants. Now, she blew that out of the water a couple of weeks ago when she finally, for the first time, was able to appear in court and talk to the judge. So I think now with a new lawyer, everything is going to change, and we're going to see immediately a petition to terminate this conservatorship. And you wait, we're going to see some lawsuits against people who are involved in this conservatorship.
Yeah, I mean, it's fascinating on a number of levels. Here's part of what she said yesterday in court. She called in to this court proceeding. She said, I'm here to get rid of my dad and charge him with conservatorship abuse. It was their goal to make me feel crazy, which I'm not. That's not abuse. That's just cruelty, she says. This conservatorship is literally allowing my dad to rule my life. That is abuse, and we all know it. They said that during some of her statements yesterday, she was sobbing in the middle of this, and I think you touched on something that a lot of people have questions about. How is she really? How? And then you're right. Then you look at the fact that she employs, tens of people, maybe hundreds of people. She's made hundreds of millions of dollars in her career and manages to pull off that aspect of her life quite well.
Yeah, that's right. And look, under law, a conservatorship can't be maintained unless it's the absolute last resort to help somebody who can't help themselves. And that just doesn't square. There isn't any way you can convince me, now that we've seen her and listened to her, that she hasn't had the ability to function. You and I can't decide on this program what, if any, issues she actually has. But what we can decide is there's been a tragic miscarriage of justice here because she's never had anyone who's advocated for her. She didn't even know she could seek to terminate this, which she could have done at any point in time in the last 13 years. So I think everything now is really going to change, and she's going to find some liberty. And I think these people who have been involved in this conservatorship have got something to worry about.
Yeah, that's a great point, because there have been accusations that her father has taken millions of dollars for various expenses that have question marks. So we'll see where this whole thing goes now that the tide appears to have turned. Adam Streisand, thank you.